Hey guys, this is part 5 of my world tour video. The last 4 episodes we were checking out the very first base and the old area. It's like one giant showcase video. If you want to see the previous one, I'll leave a little button somewhere, or I'll leave a link in the description to see part 4. But now we just come from that really long minecart ride. We're going to go into part 5 with the brand new base and brand new builds. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So we've just I've just jumped off the minecart there, and we're going to come down here. So we're going to start off in the Nether Hub, which is it's pretty fancy, to be honest. It was nicer than the old one, but I do miss the track selector. It doesn't have a track selector. So this here is my new Nether Hub, and the point of this was to create ice walkways and stuff. Like I was meant to create this like big walkway that goes and has portals to farms, and that's what I was going to do in each wing. But I think this room turned out really nice, to be honest. I quite liked the design, but it never got finished. I think in one of these corners, I was farming netherrack for to turn into nether brick for builds. So yeah. But the only portal I ever hooked up was one of my newer XP farms. If we go down here, that will be to the newer XP farm. But we're going to start in the the new base first. So let's go ahead and jump through this portal here. This will take us to the new base, and I'll give you a quick tour around. All right, good stuff. So we are currently underwater, and is it nighttime? Yes, it is nighttime. Let me set it to daytime here, and I'll just show you guys. Yeah, that's better. It's really bright in here. So this is an underwater dome, which is not quite finished. I was planning to put purple carpet down and glowstone and stuff, but we're in an underwater dome. As I said, this is an underwater base, okay? So let's go ahead and start in the lobby itself. All right. Yay, I feel at home now. So this is my underwater / in the water base, okay? So the entrance, which we're going to actually go to the entrance and start from the entrance and work our way down and tour around the base, then we'll go to a farm. So if I run, so this is like an underwater pipe tunnel going to the mainland, or you can take a boat. I do actually have a dock, which I will show you. Okay, fantastic, lovely. All right, so that there is my base, and I've got, if you could just see, it's got whoa, cracky, holy smokes, what a great start here. But yeah, as you can see, it's got underwater pipes and tunnels and domes and everything all the way around. That was the whole goal. I think it turned out really nicely with a lovely lobby in the middle there. So let's go ahead and start the tour, shall we? I just wanted to get a good distance shot to show you guys, for the people that are not subscribed to me, what my new base looks like compared with what my old base. My old base was built in a mountain. This is more built in the ocean I was going for, which was quite cool, but a little bit of a pain in the backside to build. Alright, so let's start with the dock first. So this here is the dock area. We'll be using this dock soon. So what you would do, you would jump in this boat and you'd press the button, and water would gush out, and you would shoot up to the surface, almost like a submarine. And to come back down, you would land the boat up there and press another button, and you would land safely back down here, pressing the button to dry dock again. It's a pretty cool system for an underwater dock, but yeah, I've got a little chest here with more boats and stuff to take. But we'll be using that soon to go to a farm, so don't worry. And here is the lobby, or like a courtyard, which was really cool. I really liked it. Now, the problem with this is clearing the water out. A lot of people were like, wow, the amount of time it took to clear out the water was intense. So sand, all I used was sand. So this, at one point in time of its life, this was chockers of sand. Holy smokes, was it a lot of sand. And you can see my mob farm back there. It was a lot of sand, but yeah, I think this really turned out nice. I tried to circle it in the middle, like a baby circle as well, with some with a small ball in the middle there. Now let's go up there. I think that's the first place we need to go. Do we have any in there? Oh bugger, we do not have any in there. Okay, it's not the first place. We'll have to pick up some on the way. But up there is my secret bedroom, which I'll show you very soon. We'll get to it soon. It's not too crazy. So let's go down here. This is the crafting area. Alright, this is an underwater dome again. Quite cool. I like it. This goes to the item storage. It's an input. And then we've got input for the industrial smelters. And we've got fuel input for the industrial smelters. Sadly, I didn't have the filter like I had in the old one. So this is the crafting area here. We'll go downstairs here. So down here is the industrial furnaces. These pump out quite a lot of stuff if I want to really pump out items that I need to smelt. And as we go down, even further, we go down into a very nice size storage unit. Same as the old bases, but probably double the size, and it's quite full of stuff. Quite full indeed. So yeah, that's all filtered out. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's all marked. Everything is all marked. Back here is the miscellaneous. So this is where all the miscellaneous stuff goes. Maybe, if we're lucky, we can find an ender pearl for my secret. Wow, it's backed up. I'm really gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the farm for the ender pearl. That does not matter. It does not matter. It's a shame. Alright, so we got a dirt silo, which I never filled up on one side, and I've got a cobblestone silo, which is only 20% fill on the other side, which is quite cool. So this is where the dirt and cobblestone go to in the filter, and the miscellaneous, anything that's not in the filter, will go down there. So I dug all this out in a live stream, and it is a little bit larger than what you see here because you got all the redstone and the crazy amount of hoppers out the back. Now, to get to this stage, to have enough hoppers to build that, you must be dedicated, or you must have an iron farm. So let's go back down there so we can show you some of the nitty-gritty stuff back here. Let's go down. So back here, we've got tons of hoppers. Now, these hoppers lead places and do all sorts of stuff. So this needs to be dismantled. So does that. Okay, so let's go down here. So this used to be, it's not anymore. This used to be my cobblestone silo back here. I used to hide it back here. It used to be full. As you can see, I've already ripped out all the hoppers because I've used them for other projects, but not all the way. As you can see, there is some left. I could rip all this out and recycle these hoppers here, but some people don't even know that's there, which is crazy. So let's continue. So this is just all, as I said, the crazy stuff back here. We don't break a single hopper. They all go places. God knows where. So down here is the back of the sorting room itself. So let's go ahead and go back down here. Well, I'll explain what this track here is later on. See if I can get out back down here. Oh, crikey. It's going to be quite difficult. Pain in the backside. All right, let's go down. There we go. So, as I said, the room is quite larger than it looks because I needed to fit all these crazy amount of hoppers and stuff in. I dug it all out in a live stream as well. I don't know what live stream, but it's up probably on the internet or it's on Twitch. So if you really want to watch that, you can. But yeah, I used TNT to dig it out. I didn't have a beacon by that stage, so yeah. All right, let's continue on. I need to get out of here. So sections like that, the old cobblestone silo sections, which no longer actually should be on the filter anymore. So let's go ahead and get out of here, and we'll move on to the next section. So it's only pretty recently I moved in. I think I've only been at this base for at least 60 episodes. I'm not sure on the exact number, but it's pretty close. Most of the time went into the old section of the map. When I went to this section, I tried to build a lot more prettier. But as you see, it's not really pretty back here. It's maintenance. I never make maintenance areas pretty. And that's the honest truth. So let's go ahead and go down here. This is my mineshaft dome right here, which is quite cool. Go down this ladder here. This mineshaft is not big. I'm live streaming most of the digs. As I said, ouch. It's not big at all. We got strips going off in each direction. Yeah, I also killed the wither down here, but yeah, this is obviously not big because I already had most of the resources from the old mineshaft, and you guys seen the size of my old mineshaft. And I come back here and I offload them, and actually there should be, yeah, there's diamonds and damage picks out the Yazoo in here, which I've got to take and convert into solid blocks. And yeah, a lot of this stuff needs to be sorted out at the end of the day. It needs to be cleaned up and sorted out in the right chests. But that's just a storage thing. So let's go ahead and head back up. So that's the mining dome, as it's called, the underwater mining dome. Let's go ahead and while we're in this wing, we might as well go down to the villager trading base. Remember in the old base I had them, and I really wanted them in this base as well. So I had to make sure that I had the villager trading base here in this base as well. But this one is a lot different. Check it out. Check it out. This is the lobby, and each wing has villagers in it for trading. And chests on the side here, so you can trade and keep them stored in chests and stuff, which is quite cool. And it has a button to get rid of them like normal as well. And each wing is not full yet, don't get me wrong. There's some that I like, some that I don't like. Ooh, hello. That's not too bad right there. But yeah, there are some good trades and there's some bad trades. So you keep the ones you want and don't keep the ones you want. But this is the newer villager trading system that was installed, which is, I think it's a lot nicer because it's an underwater. We are underwater right now. We're in an underwater dome with water leaking out like a fountain in the middle here. I think it looks absolutely lovely. This room was a pain in the butt to build. I hate underwater domes. I really do. Sick and tired of them, to be honest. Now, you're probably wondering, how do you get the villagers down in an underwater dome? Do you got a village nearby? You got a breeder? No. Got something different for this base. Something a lot different. This here is my villager purifying system. Now, you're probably wondering what a villager purifying system actually is. We got a zombie spawner down there. What actually happens is only a couple of zombies will spawn. We've limited the amount that can spawn down there due to the size of the room. That was done on purpose. So zombies will spawn. It's got a low chance to actually spawn a zombie villager. And what will happen is they'll go up into separate cells here, which is really cool. Now, in the separate cells, you'll be able to sort them out. You'll be like, ooh, zombie, kill. So you press that and it'll kill them. And if you get to a zombie villager, you purify them. So you would throw your potion and your apple and stuff, and they'll turn back into a villager. Press keep. This will automatically send them down and store them in the trading hall. Automatic. Full. How awesome is that? That will just send them all the way down into the trading hall and put them into the right cells. How cool is that? I absolutely love this system. I'm very proud of it. It was way more advanced. I've got a tutorial out there. I'll link it in the description below. Now, down here, I'm not so proud of. Now, I've been playing around in 1.8 for a while now, and I come up with a rough design of a recycler, what would it called? A recycling system. And what a recycling system would do is it was meant to be a surprise, but what a zombie villager recycler would do is we would have them turn back into zombies, because if you did not know, if that guy has bad trades right now, right? If he had bad trades, you could introduce him back to a zombie, like make him a zombie villager again by bringing a zombie into the equation, and it will reset his trades to something different. Every time he transforms back into a villager, he actually gives different trades. So my plan was to make a villager recycling system. So I would never have to kill any of the villagers. I'd send them down here if I didn't like the trades to be recycled. How cool was that? But I never finished it, guys. I never did. I really never did. I never got around to it. It was out of the capabilities of the version we're using, because it was a 1.8. I'm using 1.7 right now, so it was not the right version. We were going to come back and finish this later on. It was a plan, but as I said, never got it. So yeah, if you didn't like the villagers' trades, you'd press the button in the trading hall. Instead of killing them, it would send them down here to be recycled. That was the plan, but as I said, never finished it. It's one of those projects that couldn't finish it until the patch, which was a shame. So yeah, this is the trading hall. If you want to see it in action, showcase video, I'll leave it the link in the description. You guys know the drill by now. If you've got this far in the world tour, you know the drill. But yeah, that is my villager trading hall / purifying station. That's all version 2. How awesome is that? It's come a long way since version 1, which you guys seen at the beginning of this world tour. So let's go ahead and make our way out, and it looks like it's dark time, so we're going to have to sleep at some point. That is fine. That is all fine indeed. Alright, so we completely finished this wing of the base off now for a tour. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. Alright, and we've got to keep our eye out for some ender pearls too, or else we're not going to be able to go into my room, which is a shame. So down there is the portal room, which we come out of. Down there is a farm, which we're not going to do that yet. We'll do it soon. But down here is the horse stables. I made the ceilings extra large so you could ride out horses. This is the same sort of system as the last one. I brought horses back, actually got horses in these ones, which were fantastic. This needed work. Like, it was never complete, and it's one of those things that I should have come back and do. I was planning to hang lamps and decorate the room. It was meant to look like an underwater barn. Literally, it was meant to look like an underwater barn. But I never got that far, which is such a shame. Always moving on to new projects and not finishing my old stuff. Crikey. Alright, let's go down this way. I think this way. Is it this way? Yes, it is. Alright, good stuff. Okay, so down this way is my enchanting room. Now this is a little different. I was quite surprised this worked out. So this here is my library dome / enchanting room. How cool is this? We're in an underwater dome. The only problem is the dripping, which I was planning to fix that at some point. But this is it was meant to give a flooded feeling. That was what this underwater library / enchanting room was meant to give. I think I pulled it off. I really did. I think I really pulled the feeling I was getting. You're meant to go in, and it was meant to feel like, yeah, it was meant to feel crazy, underwater style. But I think I pulled it off. So this is my underwater enchanting room. Quite cool, quite cool. So, we might as well get started with the first farm, because I have no ender pearls to show you the room. So remind me to come back to that. So, the first farm I built in this area, I think, was my mob farm. Check her out. She is up there. She is gorgeous. Some people call her the death ray of doom, and looks like a spaceship crashing into it, a laser beam that's shooting to the ground. Holy smokes, people call it all sorts of things, but quite a while to build her. She didn't come up overnight, but wow, she was definitely impressive when it comes to looks. But she definitely puts out a lot of mobs. So let's go over there. There is 2 ways to get to her, and there's 2 sections. It's split into 2. So there is a storage system under the ocean. There is also the main farm itself where you're meant to AFK. So again, we're going down underwater tunnels that I've created. So let's go down here. And this will start with the storage room and work our way up. Alright, so there she is there. There's a hopper line that sucks the loot down. We're in a blue underwater dome. I've tried to theme this farm. I started going into colors. Have you guys noticed? Like, now we're going into this area. There's a lot of color in it. So as you can see, there is percentage lights to tell you how full it is. How cool is that? So that tells you the percentage and how full that container is. So there's 5 lights. So it's 20% markers, 20%. So there's 40% full of gunpowder, 40% full arrows and bones. And this is what I was after. There we go. After some ender pearls, and everything is in here. It's all stored, lovely. So we got witch drops as well, glass bottles, redstone, glowstone dust. Because witch farms sort of become not useful anymore, because normal mob farms could produce witch drops. So I started getting glowstone and redstone and stuff from normal mob farms, which was quite good. And then we got misc items like uncooked eggs and some hoppers and stuff. And yeah, so this is the bottom. This is the storage room. And guess what? Guess what? This has an unloading system, so we can press a button and we can it automatically sends it back to our storage back at home. So down here we got a bunch of redstone. most of it's detection units and stuff. So as soon as you press a button, it will unload enough items into the minecart. Once the minecart full, then we got detection systems to detect all that, and it shoots it off. And it comes back and loads it up, which is cool. So if we ever wanted, if you want to fill up the storage unit, if say, hey, we need more gunpowder at home, all I'd have to do is press the button, and off it goes. It will drain out the gunpowder, probably 20% at a time, and send it back to the main storage unit, back at in the crafting dome. How cool is that? I was lucky. I was definitely lucky doing that. So let's go ahead and go up the top to the main farm itself. You've seen the storage and the unloader. Now you're like, how the bloomin' hell do you get up there to have a squiz in the farm? Well, we actually have to go to the nether again, which is quite a run, I know. So let's oh, no. Before we go up there, we'll stop by the room. Because I promised that. I promised it. Yeah, so now we've got those ender pearls. We'll quickly stop by. I know we're out of sync right now. We should finish that farm, but I felt like we missed something, and we missed my bedroom. It's a secret bedroom. You throw an ender pearl up. Ta-da! As soon as you hit the thing here, it closes off, but it also turns off the beacon, as you just seen. You have to wait till it turns back on. So you come back up here. It's my secret bedroom. So this is where I've got junk as well, lots of junk, chicken, and all sorts of good stuff. And yeah, view all the way around. Little hot tubs around so you can jump in and look at the view and all that good stuff. So yeah, alright, let's move on. Just a bedroom. Alright, so back to what we were doing is going to that mob, having a squiz in the mob farm. That is the plan. So let's go ahead and go there now. So we need to go through the portal. It's the only way to get up there. You can't get up there any other way, which is okay. So you just got to go to the nether, and this portal over here takes you right to the farm, so you can do some AFKing or do whatever you want. So let's go over there. Now, if you want to see me build it, this thing, you want to see me build it, or you want to see the showcase, remember, links in the description below. Good stuff. All right, let's climb the ladder. Oh, it's working already. That's because it's a pretty good farm. It is definitely a pretty good farm. So let's go ahead and go up here. Alright, so this floor here is where you possibly be AFKing. This is where you get most efficiency. And up here is more maintenance hatches because of those stupid baby chicken jockeys that ruined my farm. Okay, so as you can see, we are standing in a no spawn spot. So you wouldn't be standing here to AFK. But yeah, this is the guts of the farm. We are standing in the guts of the farm. I've got arrows and bows and stuff in here because sometimes the farm can get cluttered with baby chickens, which really does suck. Really does suck. But yeah, it's not too bad. Don't get me wrong. You could sit there for hours before you'd have to come up here and do any maintenance, to be honest with you guys. But yeah. Alright, so that's each wing. We're in the guts of the farm. It's not really meant to look nice. We're in maintenance area, like I was saying. Crikey. So let's go up here and break it. View. We're going to get a view. Because, you know, well, another chest with more stuff in it. I seem to leave chests around everywhere. Alright, so let's check out the view. Because that's what we've been doing to all these tall farms. But this one is probably the tallest farm. Holy smokes. We're not going to get much of a view, guys. We are very high up. So you're probably wondering what the side rooms are for. The side rooms are also spawning pads. They also produce. They're a different type of room using tripwires and stuff, which is good. As I said, if you want to see it in better action, check out the showcase video. Just check it out. Trust me. You won't be disappointed. Alright, so now it's really light in here. We need to fix that and block this back up. There we go. Because, you know, if I want to come back here and do some AFKing. But yeah, once she gets going, she would really put out, which is what you want. She's pretty quick farm. She's laggy, and I would not recommend it, building it if you've got a very bad computer. I'm not experiencing any lag around it, so I'm completely fine. As I said, you could stand here, whatever. As you see, the farm will starting up. You'll see things drop down and all sorts of good stuff because they spawn on pressure plates. But yeah, you're meant to be spawning a bit closer than I'm standing right now. But wait here for a couple of seconds. Yeah, no, we're a bit too far away now, but she meant to stand on the glass up there. Glass is everywhere, so things don't spawn on it. That is the whole key goal there, is so things don't spawn on it. So down here, we've got the actual collection. And what actually happens if we can... Holy smokes. So the Endermen are actually meant to die from that impact, but they got nowhere to teleport. So what actually happens is, the reason why the lava's here, you're probably like, what the hell's the lava here for? They're for jockey chickens. I had an issue a while back where jockey chickens, of course, they fly down here, and they would clog up the bottoms here. So I put lava, and it fixed the problem. It literally did. It fixed the problem. I get ender pearls, I get everything from this farm except silk. Spider silk, which I get from a different farm anyway. So the hopper lines just go down and down into the, yeah, down to the bottom. That's pretty much it. So you can AFK here, as long as you want to get loot. I love this farm. I really do. I love this old farm. Even though she's got a lot of problems, I do actually love this farm, which is key goal. Oh, and by the way, the sides there, if you've just seen it, they're for the sides. Those lava pools there are for the actual sides, the ones that I was telling you about with the strings and stuff. So yeah. All right, let's go head back now. I think we're going to go back to main base, and we're going to call. We're gonna split it here. We're gonna go on to part 6. Holy smokes! So we're gonna go on to a new part. And we'll check out some more farms. We're pretty close to you guys seeing everything. Holy smokes, back up there. But now I'm going to go up to the room and sleep, and we're going to go to the next part. So I'll leave a next button on the screen right now, or in the description, depends. So if there's not a button on the screen, check the bloomin' description, crikey. So if there's the next button on the screen, click it, or just go into the description, grab the link out of there. We will be going to the next farm, which is probably that farm, or whatever farm. Alright guys, press that next button.